Okay, so with Thaumcraft done, and as you can see, I've got my little bookshelf here. We can now move on to Botania. So for Botania, to get started, we're going to need to get ourselves some... I got some on me? Some stone. What I want to do is build myself a separate workbench while I've got a chance. Take those glass bottles and put them in there. What I will do is put this outside, because a lot of Botania, being flowers and nature and stuff, is going to happen pretty much right out here. And I'm going to earmark this area right here, at least for now. I know it's right on top of the burrow, but shouldn't be too bad. Right near the water is going to help initially, so let's clean out some weeds here. Some seeds. And we're going to put this here, and then we need to make ourselves a petal apothecary, which I believe is like a bunch of slabs and... Oh, I just need cobblestone and a mystic petal. Fortunately, I need to get an extra mystic petal. I don't think... Is this? No, that's Nashira. Alright, so we'll grab ourselves another... I should have some mystic flowers in here of some kind or another. Mystic Cian. Word I always pronounce. Alright, and then I'm going to need cobblestone. I can put this regular stone back, because I thought I needed regular stone for some reason. Probably can use regular stone. They tend to be pretty interchangeable in a lot of things. Alright. So let's look at that petal apothecary again. Oop. What am I doing here? I am hitting wrong buttons is what I'm doing. Okay, so a T of... Can I... No. Alright, so it should be a T of this, one of these on each side, and our mystic flower. There we go. Alright, so we'll put this right here so that's nice and close to the water. And then we can take our bucket and fill her up. Wow, that's hard to tell that it's filled because of the texture pack, but it is filled. Alright, so in order to get started with Botania, we need to make ourselves not a generating flower. What is it? I can't even remember what it's called. It's like the pure white daisy. That's what it is. Which is apparently must be in this basics. Pure daisy. So we need to make a pure daisy. And to get a pure daisy, we need 4 white petals. As it so happens, are we running out of sunlight again? We are. We'll do this real quick and then we'll go get some sunlight. As it so happens, I've got a lot of mystical white flowers. So we'll turn all those into petals, and then what we're going to do is we're going to plant a couple of them. We're going to run inside to sleep real quick, actually. So with Botania flowers early on, one of the easiest ways to get more of them, you can make floral fertilizer, which is combining petals and bone meal, and I think maybe something else. And then you can just use that on grass, and it'll spring up mystical flowers. The other thing you can do is plant the white petals in the ground, like so, and then grab your handy bone meal, and just right-click them, and they'll grow up immediately into tall ones. Now, unfortunately, the double tall ones like this can't be directly harvested. You gotta use shears. So then we just smash them with the shears, and we get tall mystical white flowers. Now these each turn into 4 petals, so just by doing that we now have 30 mystical white petals, which is more than enough to do what we want to do. Alright, so we need to make ourselves a couple of white daisies, and I think we'll start with 2 is probably good for now. So what we do is we toss 4 petals into our petal apothecary, and then throw one of those guys in, just regular seeds, and we get pure daisy. We're going to do that one more time. There we go. Said I'd do the less dumb way, still did the dumb way. Alright, so we need to grab from there, and we'll just fill that guy back up so that it's ready to go next time we need to use it. So then we're just going to move over here. What are these? Oh, stock gardens. I don't want to hit those quite yet. Maybe right here? I don't know why these 2 are dirt. Probably doesn't matter. He says that now. Grab our pure daisies, and we want to put them with 2 blocks between them. 1, 2. Like so. And then, carrot seeds. Yay! Agricraft is another one that I may put myself in debt for because it's got a lot of really good There's a lot of really good stuff in it. You can make your crops more efficient, and then you can actually create resource crops, which is tremendous. But it's not cheap. They want 3.75 million in debt or 3 million straight out in order to purchase that license. So I'm kind of on the fence about it. What was I doing in here? Oh, getting stone and just regular wood. I've got regular wood, but I also need stone. So what we're doing here is creating living wood and living stone. So we take our oak and we toss it just in a circle around the daisy. And after about 70 seconds, I think it is, something like that, 60, 80, some around there, about a minute, it will become living wood. And the same with this, but living stone. So we just basically gotta wait. And a short wait later, they all start changing into their living wood and living stone counterparts. So what we'll do is we'll grab our axe and start chopping this right up. Hopefully that stone will go in a second here. Yep, there it goes. So should be able to mine that right up after this. And the reason we need these things is that they are there to make our first mana system. And grab our pickaxe. Oh good, I can. I was really hoping that this pickaxe was going to work on this living stone. I was not 100% sure that it would. These bone pickaxes don't work on much. They work on stone and some of the stone variants, but not all of them. Since we're probably going to need a lot of this, I'm going to put some more down before we... Oh, well, that's going to become cobblestone. We'll just leave that there for now. I might move the flour over to it just so that I don't waste the stone. It's kind of precious at this moment because I don't have much in the way of equipment. And that's, again, why we're doing this today. I want to make myself a full set of mana steel equipment, and I think I've got enough of everything to be able to do that. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've got to make ourselves a couple of mana things. And the first we need to do is make a mana pool. Now this is something that's actually changed in Botania in the more recent releases, is that you now get just a straight old mana pool from 5 living rock. It used to be that you'd get a diluted one and you'd have to toss that into a mana pool in order to make this guy. Not so anymore. Now the diluted, and I'll just pull that up, the diluted mana pool is actually, I gotta actually click and then press the button, it's actually just 5 slabs. So it's half the cost, but it's I think 1/10 the storage, or maybe 1/5. So yeah, so let's find a good spot to set this for now. Let's just, I don't want to get too close to that green thing. It's kind of an inconvenient spot, so let's just put it right over here. There you go. Hopefully this pit won't be a problem. Alright, so now we need to make a mana spreader, and also going to need to make myself a living wood wand. So each of these things require some bits. The first thing that I'm going to need is some more... Actually, I got enough white petals. I'll make a boring living wood wand to start. What else did I need? I need some gold is what I need. A little bit of gold. Let's start with 1 gold. Okay. So the thing I'm going to need to make is the mana spreader and the living wood wand. Now, the living wood wand, if I remember this correctly, you do that? No? That? Okay, you get a living wood twig, and we need a bunch of those. In fact, I think we need... Yes, we need all of them. And then that should go like that. Yeah, there we go. We get ourselves a Wand of the Forest. Now the Wand of the Forest, unfortunately, I wasted two pieces of living wood, but that's okay. I want to make myself a nicer looking wand in the future. I think you might be able to recolor them, but I'm not entirely sure about that. But this basically lets you do all the mana manipulation. So it shows you what your mana pool's at. It'll also show you where flowers are, and it'll show me where my mana spreaders are pointing, which is pretty important. So we're just going to gather up this living wood, because I'm going to need a full load of it. I hope this axe lasts another 2 jumps. Looks like it might just. Okay, I got enough left in this axe to maybe mine 1 more. Great. Okay, so now we need to get ourselves a mana spreader. And let's grab our book. Mana spreader, I believe, is 6 living wood, a petal, no, 7 living wood, a petal, and a piece of gold. Oops, I'm doing the wrong thing. I need to go that way. Mana spreader. should be in what? Mana manipulation. Mana spreader. Okay, so it's 6 living wood, a piece of gold, and a mystical petal of some kind. So we'll just build that real quick. Gold there, and that there. Good. Mana spreader. Now we'll just set this up kind of close to this mana pool for now. And then what we can do is use our new Wand of the Force, and I think we need to set it to bind mode. Bind mode, yeah. So we right-click that guy and right-click him on the pool, and he is now shuttling mana to the mana pool. Excellent. So then let's clear out some grass here. The next thing we need to build, which is our very first mana-generating flower, which is a Daybloom. Now, Dayblooms are pretty cheap. They're just a couple of... Oh, I need to eat something. Just a couple of leaves and some seeds, if I remember correctly. So we go back to generating flora and Daybloom. Fortunately, I didn't find any of those Primus Loci. So I need orange, light blue, and 2 yellow. I have no idea if I have all that, but if not, we can wander around. My cows have created a little bit of a fertilizer flower explosion over there, so I might have what I need over there. So I need light blue, yellow, and orange. Let's put these back in. I'll probably move a chest. Out to where my other stuff, or where all the Botania stuff is, just so that I've got it all in one spot, so I don't have to keep running back in here. Seeing light blue, okay. Orange? Not seeing any orange. I'm not seeing any yellow either. That's okay. There should be enough around. Let's go on a quick journey to find some flora. Alright, so I found my flower colors. They were literally just like right over there, so didn't have to go too far. I went ahead and already turned them into petals, so we should be able to do this with just, what's it, 2 of those, 1 of those, and 1 of those. Oh, that's the wrong one. 1 of those. And then, yep, there we go. And then we're going to want to make 1 more. I think, actually, I could make like 4 more. So we might as well, no, 2 more. Alright, so we'll make 2 more. That one and that. Oh, I actually got to put the water in, yeah. Gotta do it right. Like, why is it not working? Okay, and then 1 more. Should have probably kept 1 of those yellows, because I don't think I've seen... Yeah, I think that one might be... I think that might be it right over there. Okay, so we now have Dayblooms. Now, I don't know if this has gone in yet or not, but Vasky was considering removing the whole Dayblooms, what is the word, that they spoil or that they eventually degrade and just disappear. Vasky was actually considering getting rid of that because nobody really liked the mechanic and it feels a little bit, I don't know what the word is, a little bit needlessly grindy, especially with as little mana as they generate anyway. I understand the point behind it, which was to dissuade people from building just giant fields of Dayblooms to do their mana generation, but it didn't really do that in a way. It more just kind of made them pointless. So Vasky was going to remove that whole degradation thing and change the book to be kind of more pointing people in the direction of, hey, you should probably get away from those. So yeah. So basically right now we're just waiting for some mana to build up. Now the thing that we really need to build, which is to get away from these Dayblooms, is the... I can't remember. I always want to say the wrong flower name, so we're just going to go ahead and look it up. Is the Endoflame. I always want to call them the Endotherm, but it's the Endoflame. And they're actually pretty cheap, except we need some mana powder, which is a new thing, which is one of the reasons why we had to start with Dayblooms, because we can't make mana powder without mana. We now have mana. A very, very small amount of it. So, mana powder is you just throw dust of any kind, sugar, floral white powder, whatever, into a mana pool, and it comes out mana powder. And it uses, luckily, very, very, very little. So we should have no problems now making a bunch of mana powder. I don't know why I haven't done this, too. So you guys get to watch me harvest my oreberry crops. I should probably pull down the copper bushes and then go, once I get new equipment, I'm going to go caving and see if I can find more better bushes. For now, though, I'll just leave them up. But the copper ones, I don't know that there's actually much use for it in any of the magic mods. It's more gold that I really, really need. Where are they? There they are. Shoot, where did... Oh, okay. That I don't need. Why do I even have that? Let's put it on the shelf. Really? It won't even go... Really? I think I can turn it back. I can turn it into paper. That's fine. What was I doing? Oh, right. Osmium, and then I had some other ore berries, some iron, and my copper. Copper. Really? We'll put it there and then move the sugar cane up into the... Like, I really need to work on my whole inventory system, which is... we'll get to that later, but one of the mods that I want to put myself further in debt for is actually a chest mod that will give me much nicer chests. So what the heck was I doing again? Oh, right. I need some floral powder, and the best way to do that is just take a bunch of these extra white mysticals and grind them up. Do I still have my mortar and pestle? I do. So what we'll do is we'll just grab all 8 floral powder, and we're just going to chunk this right on in. So I should just be able to, yeah. Oh, wow. It just shows you how little the Dayblooms make. It's made me enough floral powder, or enough mana to make 2 mana powders for my next thing. So we're just going to be getting away from those Dayblooms as fast as possible because they are just not good for mana generation. I mean, again, they're a good starting flower, but I don't want to depend on them for any length of time. So again, what we need to make is an endoflame. Yeah, okay. So I need 2 browns, a red, and a light gray. In many ways, I should have been out collecting flowers before this episode because I realized I don't have any of those colors. Eesh. Alright, so I'm going to do a few things, get myself a little better organized here, and then we'll cut back in once I've actually got those petals, and I'm going to take the time to actually do some organization here, move all of my Botania stuff just out into a chest. So I will catch you after the jump cut.